How dare you?
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
And good morning, everyone. After all a minute and a half of introduction, here we are on no warning, because I gave you no warning that I was going to show up. So here we are. I'm Brian K. Morris, publisher, writer, editor, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. And one person showed up. Yay, we have a comment. All right, we're going to start the show with Adrian Gambit. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning. Let's see if we can get that going here. Oh, my sideburns are horrible this morning. Anyway, good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And we hope you're all doing well this morning on this pre-Independence Day for America. Happy post-Independence Day to our Canadian friends out there. We do know we have them. But anyway, we're here, and want to say that we are brought to you by Rising Tide Publications. Keep an eye out for the Indiegogo campaign coming soon for the hardcover edition of Santastein, the 10th anniversary celebration, which Cookie is working on even as we speak. And also, we've got all kinds of cool things coming up, such as The Terrors will finally be out later this year with any luck. But please go to risingtide.pub and check out all we've got there. Also brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, and it should, because you've worked hard to put together that book, and you want the best graphics to sell it online, and you want a beautiful cover to draw people to your work. And Jeffrey Hayes specializes in that. He is a marvel. The award-winning illustrator has a plethora of talents that he's willing to do for you at indie creator-friendly pricing. So check him out on his Facebook page to look at the samples there, and then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com and take a gander at what he can do for you, and he can do a lot. You'll be glad to work with him. He's great. He's talented. He is amazing. I love the guy. And anyway, that's Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely should matter to your readers, and it does. Also, we want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly with even just $1 a month. It helps so much. If I could get 1 million people to just give me $1 every month, I would probably do more broadcasting, okay? I could be like James Patterson, and I'd hire out like a whole bunch of people to write better and sign my name on it. I mean, that could happen. That would be fun. And I'd put out a decent Doc Savage and Shadow book, that's for sure. Anyway, so that's what we've got going here. And like I said, we've got two people now. Hello, two people. Glad to have you here on this bright, well, semi-bright Monday morning, day before Independence Day here in America. And I make a differentiation because, like I said, our other countries have an Independence Day, but they don't celebrate it at the same time we do, oddly enough. We all didn't get liberated on the same day, I guess. Or as the Brits would call tomorrow, National Traders Day. But anyway, and Glenn and Russ, that was for you. Anyway, like I said, we got two people so far, and that's fine. But we will stay here as long as the commentary keeps going. And we do have, I gotta say, this week is going to be special because a certain someone has time off, and if I could get her to pause in her game to come. What? You just keep your potty mouth down, woman. You've already gotten me in trouble with the FCC over this, okay?
Hey,
what?
Was 1 word, 4 letters.
1 word, 4 letters, but you could have picked 4 other letters, that's for sure. What about holy? That would be a good one.
Fish.
Fish. Fish is a good one. That's the only 4-letter word I can let you have. Hey. Hey. There's my screenshot there. Thank you. But anyway, my honey is off this week. Well, she's off a lot of the time, but
I'm not working this week.
you're not working this week. So, yeah. So, we're going to use this week to catch up on stuff around the house and to say nothing of some of our social obligations, right?
Yes.
Yes, we're going to party this week. So, farmers, lock up your daughters. Or like the John Mulaney episode of Hot Ones recently, mothers, or daughters, lock up your mothers. But anyway, at my age, no, she won't let me. Anyway, love you, honey.
Love you.
All right, back to where you were. Oh, that was close. Anyway, so see what everyone's missing by not watching this live? You got to see Cookie live. Adrian and my other friend who's out there. Oh, so this is going to be a short episode, I suspect. But anyway, yeah, we went to Western New York this last week to visit my in-laws, who I love dearly. Shout out to the Mills out there, and got to see our sister-in-law Barb and our nephew Josh, and Kathy Jackson is here. Huzzah! Kathy, good morning and happy Monday. Have a great week. Carol Cookie Morris. Thank you, she says. Hugs to you both. Hugs to you, Kathy. Now, Kathy, am I going to see you at Heroes for Kids on the 15th of this month in Perryville, Missouri at the Perry City Center down there? I certainly hope so, because I will be there along with many great authors like Amy Hale and Morgan Comnick. And I was looking at the list last night, and it was a who's who of great Midwestern authors. And I'll be there too. But anyway, we got all kinds of cool stuff this time. Brand new displays. So please come see us. Kathy, it's good to see you, hon. I'm looking forward to finding you at you and Matt and the family at a show sometime this year. I understand the challenges. I'm feeling some of them myself. But anyway, check out Kathy Jackson. Definitely check out Kathy on Amazon because she is awesome. And speaking of awesome, there he is, my buddy Eric Hawkins. Good morning to you, Eric. Eric will start on that later today. You know what? Eric is the writer and artist of the Zombieful World of Oz and the Zombieful Adventures. And if you haven't checked that out, you really need to. It is a splendid, splendid series. Probably my favorite comic book out right now. And I'm putting it up against the big two because Eric is that awesome. Eric is also the co-host of Comic Book Spectrum every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. The time may be changing soon because new host, at least while I'm out of the room, Jody McPhee is having to shift it for because he's got a day job. Imagine that. What's that like? Anyway, Eric and Clyde Hall and Brian Rodman and Joe, the aforementioned Joe, bring you a whole lot of great reviews of current comics and some slightly older ones, and does a whole lot of good stuff. Great conversation on geek stuff. You will want to check it out. And someone brought me a Spencer Spook sketch cover to show this weekend. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Hey, how did that show turn out for you? How did that I believe it was in Alton, Illinois, a first-time show. How did that turn out for you, Eric? If nothing else, DM me. I'd really like to know. I like to know how these new shows go because I may put an appearance. Who knows? But that's awesome. How did that make you feel, Eric? How did that make you feel that something we did 5-6 years ago is coming back to, so to speak, haunt you? Now, Eric did an incredible job on that. That was one of our earliest collaborations. Maybe our third or fourth collaboration, I think, but it turned out so remarkably well. For those of you who don't know, Spencer Spook is a character from the 40s from what became the American Comics Group, and he was created about 6 months before Casper the Friendly Ghost. Now, the difference between the two is Casper was kind of a milquetoast kind of character, kind of wimpy. Spencer is very aggressive about getting what he wants, even if he's not exactly on the same page as the people around him. It was a great, great, great feature, and we had a great time putting that together. And Heroes for Kids puts on a great show. Heroes for Kids Comic-Con. Everyone should be there. Jessica Johnson, Line Johnson, all the Heroes for Kids folks are truly amazing. I'll be there and can't wait to see everyone. I'm hoping you will be there. And I'm assuming this is Kathy again. Yeah, that's going to be a great show. That's at 800 Perry Park Center Road, I believe. I don't have my book with me. I've only had 1 cup of coffee this morning. Pray for me. This could be a very long show or a very short show, depending. But anyway, yeah, they do put on a fantastic show. And I believe the website is heroesforkidscomiccon.com. Go there and you'll see some of the great guests they've got there, plus vendors, of which I am one, and Kathy and Amy Hale and Morgan Komnick. It's going to be a fun time down there. And Eric Hawkins will be there too, so you definitely want to go see the superstar Eric S. Hawkins himself, the pro slayer himself, the man that even the big league mainstream comic artists fear. They fear him, I tell you. Eric says, a very small show, 7 tables total. I made my table feed back. It was slow. Well, that's to be expected for a first-time show, to be honest, Eric. And it's one of the reasons I quit doing, or I'm trying to quit doing first-time shows. I've got one later this year, but now it's looking like it may not happen, unfortunately. But we're hoping it can be pulled out, so to speak. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be a great time. And Eric Hawkins talked with Wyatt Weed and his wife for a while and had the Heroes for Kids postcards with me, and lots of people seemed interested in going there. Yeah, I've been handing out the postcards myself at shows, and I've gotten a lot of interest, especially since, folks, if you are anywhere within the Southeast Missouri area, let me tell you about Heroes for Kids, and let me tell you about the Perryville area. Perryville's really cool. There's a lot of great places to visit and to eat. They've got a great downtown that has an amazing row of restaurants there, plus a comic shop / coffee shop in Villainous Grounds, who I can't get to. They don't seem to want me as a signing there, so they must have heard about me. But anyway, it's also about 20 minutes away from Chester, Illinois. And if you have any geek in you, you will love Chester, because Chester is the hometown of L.C. Seeger, who created Popeye. And Popeye is all over the place. There's about, almost 24 statues of characters from the Popeye mythos, not just Popeye and Olive and Sweet Pea themselves, and Bluto / Brutus, but also like the Four Nephews, Professor What's-His-Snozzle, Castor Oil, Olive's brother, all the great things. And the history of that town is remarkable. They were one of the first towns in the state to have electric lights, for one thing. And also, they have a place down there, Glister, that is a division of ConAgra, and this place puts out a massive amount of. They feed a lot of people. Let's put it that way. So definitely check this out. So check out Heroes for Kids. Check out Chester. And another reason to go to Heroes for Kids is that your ticket, when you buy a ticket to go in, and it's something like $5 or something, $10 or something, it's really inexpensive. You're going to see a variety of geek stuff, great entertainment, great stuff going on down there. But also, part of your money that you give them, part of it will go to 2 charities. One will be a local charity, one will be a national charity, but they both deal with helping children. And what is better than that, right? And in fact, our table fees, I don't mind paying for a table there, because part of the fee also goes towards that amount. And they've given about $2,500 for a relatively small convention. This is really major, that they donate a fraction of this, and they've given a couple of grand to, or more than a couple of grand, I will say, to these national and local charities, which helps them a lot. And by helping them, it helps us as well. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, Wyatt Weed's great. He's a great guy. I love the guy. He's really, and the show was 9 minutes from the house. Well, and isn't one of those things, Eric, that you would go back and give it another shot if they put on another one? That's the main thing. And hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful newly minted mom, Keisha Acuff. Keisha, I'd know you anywhere, darling. Keisha, please congratulate her on the birth of her new daughter. Lovely little lady. And go ahead and brag about her. Please do. And Nick Tockard. Good morning, Brian. Nicholas Tockard, the host of Nevermind the Furthermore, vastly improved over 1 year ago. That place was a That place was a true dumpster fire, but Nick resuscitated it with his great talent and great interaction. If you want to promote yourself, you definitely want to show up at Nick's place at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Central, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the Nicholas Tucker channel. Also, the Historical Fencing Guild chapter, also on Facebook. Any place that has a civilized discourse, that's where you'll find Nick. But it's also on Facebook too. But yeah, Nick, I was realizing this morning you've had that show for about a year, and I want to congratulate you on making that show uniquely yours and for building it up, and is as wonderful and amazing as you are, sir. So definitely, Nick, you ought to do something for your first anniversary show. You really should. I don't know what it would be, but definitely think about it. Think about some sort of big to do about like maybe your Wednesday show, or even your Wednesday show would be actually your first anniversary because you'd have a full year, wasn't it? Or it's coming up soon because I remember my last episode was July 4th. And let's see, Monday, so it might have been 2 days later, but you can celebrate. You're still celebrating a year. I think you should commemorate that. That is something I failed to do when I started broadcasting. I still failed to do it, in that I don't keep my anniversaries, and I should make a bigger deal of them. But this is your chance, Nick. This is your chance. And Keisha Acuff tells me that she is a wonderful little girl named Eloise, and she's a darling. Of course, her mom's a darling too, so I should expect that. Yeah, congratulations. I'm so happy. And thank you so very much, Nick, for raising that show up and making it awesome again. So anyway, we are caught up with the comments, and if you're watching us on the rerun, we love you too. Don't think for a second that we don't. I don't care what those other shows tell you. You are worthy. You are worthy. Leave me a comment down below, and I will try to reply to you, okay? I try to reply to all the replies after the fact, but if you can, try to show up live. We have a good time here. And from the desk of a small press publisher, morning all, and like a storm, there's no warning. Yeah, how about them storms this weekend? On a serious note, and first of all, let me get the plugs out, get the power strip out, because we got to get the plugs out of the way. For the Desk of the Small Press Publisher, every Saturday night at 10 p.m., a very great, thoughtful show about comics and geekdom and art from the great mind of Joe D. McPhee, who is also the current host of Comic Book Spectrum Thursday nights at 7 p.m. all times Eastern, because that's all I think about, because that's where I live now. We don't do that Central Time now. We're out of Illinois. Anyway. So please check it out. It's always Joe does some great broadcasting. You'll be glad you tuned into him. But this weekend, wow, the storms. My understanding is, now here's the thing. It sounds like it's started out west, and it like basically was a snowplow through Ohio and Missouri. Lots of damage, lots of down trees, wrecked property, cars, etc. Because it was basically like I've heard it called different things, but I've heard it mostly called a derecho, which is basically tornado speed winds, but without an eye, without a center around it. It was just like a wave of intense wind. And I understand that it didn't really start losing power in certain areas until, like in my case, it hit the Indiana border. Apparently we're tough because we beat the storm. As it was, I'm told that in central Indiana, I understand Indianapolis at the airport logged in some 80-mile-per-hour winds. But up here, we're about an hour north of it here at the compound. And my understanding is that Lafayette, Indiana, received like 50-mile-an-hour winds, which is nothing to sneeze at, mind you. And it would hurt your lungs if you tried. But we got, I say only 50-mile-an-hour winds, and we had a lot of down trees. In fact, we saw a couple of major limbs on the drive into the house. That it was sobering, and we also hit some very, very intense rainstorms along the way. We're glad that it didn't turn out any worse than it did for us. I was concerned driving home in the rain, but mostly we had cloudy skies, and a few times when the sun, in fact, the sun came down so hard at one point, and the UV was up, because I fell asleep behind the wheel. I did not behind the wheel, but I did fall asleep. Cookie was driving, fortunately. So because she is an angel and her husband is old. But anyway, quick good morning from Facebook user. Quick good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. And heroesforkidscomiccon.org. Thank you for that. Hey, I got it wrong. Oh, .org. Okay, I didn't get the suffix. Everything's a .com. So, and my first was Nick Tucker says was July 6th, and I was seriously considering inviting a guest or two. I think you should. I really do think you should. Maybe get some of the people who tune in regularly to come in and shower you with praise and embarrass you the way many people embarrass me. And we got signed by wind, but that wasn't that new to us in Earl Park. Yeah, that's true. You guys are kind of in an open area, and you especially, you're like, belly up to the wind farms down there. So I hope you guys didn't have any bad things happen down there. Like I said, here in Lafayette, and we're about 45 minutes away from you, I think it is, on Route 52. We had some. I saw the pictures when I was out east, and that's why I was a little intimidated coming back. It's like, oh crap, we may have to drive through that stuff again because we heard another wave was coming through. But we had some downed limbs. I don't think anyone lost any power here. I hope you guys didn't lose power. I can't remember if you did or not. But Danville, Illinois, which is kind of in the line for us, they are today, there are some homes that are just getting power and water. Something happened. A storm is bad when it knocks out the water. And I know this from working at for the water utilities. The storm has to be pretty bad before you lose water. That's bad. But fortunately, at least in the theater community that I'm still attached to there, some of them were opening their houses that did have water and power. Come over, get a shower, get a hot meal, that sort of thing. That was good to see. And there we go. Eric Hawkins, Dureco, basically an inland hurricane. I still grilled in the middle of it. That's because you're tough, Eric. Nothing stops you. Yeah, I saw a report over the weekend about the weather in the Midwest, and they called it some other name, but yeah, Dureco is the one I've been hearing mostly. I think these guys probably got off the internet or something. And good morning, Cindy Kemp, CKOEPP.com. Check out that website. Please sign up for her monthly email newsletter. It is a great bird's the word kind of thing. It'll make you feel better after having read it. Seriously, it is. I look forward to it coming into my mailbox. And lurker mode is engaged. All right. You be stealthy there, Cindy. And Cindy, I hope you had a great week last week, and I hope you have a great one this one. And that's because you're tougher than a drizzle. Hey, Eric? That's right, Joe. That's right. Nothing stops Eric, by God. And what are you up to on Wednesday? With any luck, I'm 5'10". Cookie hasn't told me yet. We've got a lot of work to do here, but Brian is too lazy or distracted to get done. Let's talk about it, Nick. Let's talk about it. Seriously. I grill in rain, winds, tornado, or snow. Yeah, he's like the U.S. Postal Service of grilling. Eric Hawkins says nothing comes between him and his charcoal, by God. And no, that's not code. Anyway, but yeah, I was a little concerned with that. And of course, the air quality last week, with having some post-COVID breathing issues, I was very concerned with that, especially when short distance walks were making me hurt, and they shouldn't have. So yeah, and we have got a literary titan here, Charles F. Millhouse himself of StormgatePress.com. Hello to you, Charles. Good morning. I hope you and Marianne and your family are doing well. Looking forward to a great July 4th in the middle of the week. Tomorrow. That's kind of in the middle of the week, if you look at the whole week. Anyway, Charles, I need to talk to you about something happening in Philadelphia later this year. I got the green light to go. We may have somebody that would like to go with us, but we should talk about that. Anyway, I say that so you'll remind me. Oh, and also you'll see a banner going across the bottom of this this broadcast here. And if you would like to create live streams like this with quality and excellence, and why is there a shadow there? Anyway, we'll take care of that later. But anyway, if you want to put on quality broadcasting like this, at least from a technical aspect, check out Livestream. Live streaming with StreamYard. One is extremely simple. There's not a huge learning curve, and in fact, if you are halfway inquisitive, you can actually become a StreamYard expert in about 20 minutes of just poking the buttons and see what they do, or talk to someone like me. They have a great support system, and the thing is, they have multiple levels. They have a free version that you can use and get your broadcasts out. But when you get to the pay versions, which are very, very reasonable every month, I think I've got like a $10 or $20. And then I'm at the $40 level, which is the professional, which means that I can get up to like 10 different locations for my broadcasts at once. So I can do a live show. Currently, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, we are live on LinkedIn, and we are live on Twitch. And we can do more. You can have up to 10 guests in here. You can control the sound levels. You can even have background music if you wanted, which is something I don't do often because I keep getting complaints every time I do. But anyway, it is very reasonable. And also, I will say that if you check out this link here with that unique number at the end, and I will make a banner, a standstill banner, a caption that you can copy that from, or do a screen capture of that address. But when you get StreamYard and you sign up, I get like a bonus for it. It's kind of like it's like a pyramid scheme, but legal. It's referrals, and we are proud to refer StreamYard to you. I've been using it now for probably at least 4 years, closing in on 5, and it has any quality to these broadcasts is directly responsible. You can hold StreamYard responsible. The content, on the other, I take full blame for. But anyway, please check it out, and please check out Stormgate Press, stormgatepress.com. I think I may have given the earlier address wrong, but check it out. They do some great books, such as the award-winning Major Marjorie. If you like science fiction, kind of like a 40s space opera stuff, you'll love Major Marjorie. Major Marjorie is a show. It is the top-rated show in 1940s radio about a young woman who saves the planet weekly from alien intervention. But what her listeners don't realize is that all the scripts are based on her real exploits. So check out Major Marjorie, available on Amazon and from stormgatepress.com. Please check it out. It's great stuff. And that's a Jeffrey Hayes cover, by the way. Stormgate Press uses Jeffrey Hayes a lot, and I don't blame them. And also check out the new stuff they've got, like a brand new Western coming out. And I'm in. All right, Charles, we got to talk. We got to make plans, brother. We got to make plans. And good morning to you, Facebook user. Glad to have you here. And Nick Tucker says, last week's air quality was a mini lockdown for me. Same here. I've got I'm going to find out in September if I can. But that's what my annual checkup is. But I have some issues breathing from COVID. My family is not prone to asthma or any of those things. And despite what the pictures show, Brian Rodman did not bite me under a full moon. So that was just an ugly rumor that I spread. But anyway, I have had some issues too. And last week was a challenge for me as well. That's why I've been sitting in the air conditioning as much as I can, not just for the temperature, but for the air filtration. So I feel you, brother. I was thinking of you while that was happening. I hope you are emerging from this feeling better than last week. The rain was supposed to help. I know in Champaign, if there was like 100 particulates per whatever unit, it was considered hazardous for folks like you, particularly, and me. But in Champaign, Illinois' air was like at 180. And last week, Chicago actually had the worst air quality in the world by their measures. Now, the rains will have helped a lot to drop that, because they had, after the rainstorm that passed through Champaign, they went from 180 down to like 0. So hopefully the next few days we'll get some respite from that, Nick. We'll keep each other in our prayers, and we will check on each other, all right? And Grant Lankard, good morning. Grant Lankard, the man who supplied the cravats for this, making my $10 Walmart shirt look so good, so good. But anyway, Grant has got a brand new Kickstarter for the brand new Memoirs of the Morbid. Grant, please put in a link. All my people with that beautiful wrench, make sure that he gets approval for that, please. I know you're out there. But anyway, brand new Memoirs of the Morbid, a great issue, 5 fantastic horror stories in there. You're going to love it. It's a great follow-up to last year's anthology. Great stuff. And Carl Witzman, Carl, we missed you last week. Hope you're doing well, bud. Hey, Brian, Nick is over here while we were over there filling up his chat section. You're multitasking, you cads, you. Anyway, Carl, hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in a long, long time. And Adrian, hey, Brian, you'll have to send me a new link to it so I can look at it. Oh, ooh. We have a pause in our program here. Ooh, thank you, honey. Thank you. Oh, yes, we did visit Tim Hortons when we were in New York. You couldn't spit without hitting one, actually. And so, thank you, sweetheart.
Welcome.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you know why I keep her. It's a wonder why she keeps me, on the other hand. Must be for the sex, right? Yeah, baby. Anyway, Adrian Gambit, I'm sorry, Adrian. Thank you for sticking around. Hey, Brian, you have to send me a new link to it so I can look at it a little better to help me with my streams that I do for my YouTube page. Yeah, in fact, hold on a second here. Hold on a second. It's lucky you said that, and I just thought of this. Here we go. It's thinking. All right, here you go, people. Don't say I never did anything for you, all right? Check it out. If you want to create live streams like this, check out StreamYard. Let's see, Adrian, where were you at? Let's check you out here. Adrian, you were on YouTube, so let's do this. We're changing this to YouTube. Adrian, copy and paste. Copy and paste, my man. Copy and paste, all right? We'll leave this up for a bit, and let's see. Let's get back to your comments. And hello, chat friends. And you were missed, Carl. You and Donna both. Hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in ages. And good morning, Carl from Grant. Everyone saying hello to Amy. Hey, how you doing, Amy? How are you and John? And we'll see you this Saturday, or not this Saturday, but I get a week. I got 2 solid weeks off. Holy cats! How amazing is that? But yeah, we will see you at Heroes for Kids in Perryville, Missouri. A week from this coming Saturday. We will be on next week, and we'll talk about that too. Great show, and it'll be great to be with you, Amy. So happy to be with you again. And the Kickstarter is going well. If you've noticed, I've been out of the loop the last few days, Grant. I've been deliberately segregating myself from social media so I can say hello to my in-laws, put my head up every now and then as I'm writing the new novel, Oh, fresh and hot, just like me. Anyway, but yeah, definitely put in your link, Grant. That is a super. I've seen the art, folks. He credits me as editor, but I will publicly state that he and Angie did the heavy lifting. I just sat there and go, "Hey, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Well, I'd change that if I were you, but other than that, I like it. So." I'm the worst editor in the world. Ask Eric Hawkins. Nick Hocker said, Carl, I try to give my viewers what they want. I don't dare give my viewers what they want because I know you guys too well. You are animals. All right. But if it helps, I am not wearing pants this morning. But anyway, yes, we're back to N95 mask wearing air quality last week, says Joe DMP. Makes me wonder how bad New York had. Oh, my God. My understanding, Joe, is that New York was not as bad as Chicago. You guys actually had the worst air quality in the world. And we're comparing you to China. You know what I'm saying? China has, taking a deep breath in China is literally considered suicide. But no, you guys won the award, I'm sorry to say. But it should be better if you guys got some of the rain that we've had the last couple, that you guys got some rain the last couple of days. I just know that I was breathing a lot easier this morning when I woke up. So Oh man, I feel for you, man. And the thing is, you know what is even worse about this current situation is that the air that we have now, um, or all the smoke that has come down from the Canadian forest fires, and God, we hope those people are safe and doing well. Imagine what their air is like right now. But the smoke from that has now been registered globally. Don't tell me we don't have a village here because it is now showing up in Europe and Asia, and and I would assume eventually it's going to hit Australia and probably already in South America. So Antarctica may be the only place you can breathe anymore. But yeah, that is rough, Joe. That is totally rough. And there's Grant's link, Carl Whitson. Thank you so much. Screenshot people, and let's do an endorsement. Take your screen captures if you will, people. And there is Grant's link for the brand new Mr. Grantasca. I never noticed that. I like that. I like that you can play on your name like that. Memoirs of the Morbid Blue edition, the brand new anthology from the horrifying minds of Grant Lankard and Angie Watson and Dudas. And also check out Angie's got her very first comic script in that one. And it's a honey. It really is. It is fantastic. For a first time, I'm not even going to say for a first time effort. That is pro caliber writing on Angie's part. I'm so proud of her. And I put the link to my Kickstarter up. Let me know if it showed up, and there it did. And a cookie coffee delivery. We've missed that so much. You've missed it, Carl. Good Lord, I've been on my own this is, I think, the first time she has been around for a no warning show. Now that I think of it. Yep. Yeah. So. And I told her I'm going to do it this morning. She goes, "You have to?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do. I owe my people. Right, honey?"
You malign me.
No, I report you. I love you, dear.
Love you.
No, I hadn't finished my story. I said that I have to do it, and she was like, "No, Brian, you have an obligation. You must serve your viewing public as you always do."
And that's why you no longer do community theater.
That's why I no longer do community theater. That and the writing, I just don't have any dang time for it, right?
Yep.
Well, it saves you a lot of work, too, that I don't do community theater.
Yep.
See? Now I put you to work for Rising Tide. You're welcome. And she's up there going, "I'm going to get you when you're asleep one of these days, fat boy." Right, honey?
Yep.
Okay, good. Anyway, I missed that, too. But anyway, we might have to make this an annual event where she comes in and puts her hands on me. Ooh. Yeah, baby. Tell me I didn't have a good idea there. Anyway, and my frantic, chaotic response to the shenanigans is quality content. Oh, I can just imagine. I'm going to have to look that up. And yes, this mysterious hand is back. Morning, Cookie, says Jody McPhee.
Morning.
And she goes, "Morning." So anyway, and there's this guy again. This is an affiliate deal. So when you sign up for StreamYard, and again, it is very robust, and the improvements keep coming at no additional charges. Even the free level share in a number of the basically the bennies that we get at the pay level. The only thing, we get to reach more platforms at the current rate, but you can shape you can do multiple screens, you can do multiple cameras. You can, if somebody has a crappy volume, you can fix that to a degree. You can balance out the sound. You can put in backgrounds if you're able. It's a great service, and I would endorse it even if I wasn't an affiliate. So please check out StreamYard if you have any ambition in broadcasting, want to get your feet wet. This is a great place to start. The learning curve is very small, and if I have the time, I will run you through StreamYard. Maybe I can do that one of these times. Get somebody else on here, and I could run you through StreamYard, all the groovy things it does. And Carl Witzman goes back to Grant Lankard, and still only 11 days on the campaign he asked, and behold, says Nick Tucker, the hand of Cookie. And Nick Tucker says, "We love you, Cookie."
Love you too, Nick.
Love you too, Nick, she says, and she grins so big. And Heroes for Kids, I know these guys. And Lonnie, good to see you. Looking forward to seeing everyone at Heroes for Kids Comic-Con July 15th. Yes, everyone. If you're seeing this, you have no excuse. You must show up because Lonnie's expecting you. And Lonnie's Superman. He will go fetch you at the speed of light. He'll probably tear your body apart, physics being what they are. But he will come and get you. He will come and get you. And he's a policeman. He'll know how to do it properly. And StreamYard is worth it, endorses Nick Tucker. If you stream as much as I do, please take advantage of Brian's link. Nick, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it came up when I turned my computer off over my hiatus, and this came up, this notice. If you haven't gotten it already, Nick, please put it on your system too, okay? You're allowed to copy it and paste it. And then I just put it in my my banners area. I've got now a static one and I've got a moving one at the bottom. And I think the current FCC thing is you have to say that, you have to tell everybody that you get a percentage of it. That keeps you in the legal there. And 6 viewers, 2 likes. Maybe folks start looking a lot like chairs. Makes folks start look a lot like chairs. I know. Yes, please. If you've enjoyed any part of this broadcast, even for a fraction of a second, if it brought you some sort of joy or a WTF reaction, please leave me a reaction. Give me a thumbs up on Facebook. Give me a like, love, or even thumbs down. Okay. Because believe it or not, it actually helps me. Because it's all algorithms, baby. So give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to this show. Because like I said, the purpose is we give you no warning. Some weeks we don't do it. But sometimes we do an extra show in the middle of the week because I feel like it. So anyway, please subscribe. It helps me so much. And Dawn Doulis, Dawn, how are you, Angie? How are you? I'm about to call you Angie. Dawn, this is only my second cup of coffee, okay? Please forgive me. But anyway, Dawn is wonderful, and I love you, Dawn. Hope you're doing well. And she's the one that showed me Coochies a couple weeks ago. So anyway, I should have mentioned that BKM edited Memoirs of the Moor, but I didn't do a whole lot of work on that. You're very gracious about that, Grant. You and Angie did the lion's share of the work. You did the traffic managing, and that's great. And everyone's saying hello to Dawn. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Dawn. And I wonder what to watch after this show. Gosh, Carl, my personal recommendation, and you're free to reject. No, you're not free to reject it now that I think of it. I think, never mind the furthermore. Right after this show, go to Nicholas Tockert's channel on Facebook and on YouTube and give that a watch. And it's kind of like this show, kind of interactive, except he's pleasant to his viewers. You might try it. You might like it. You'll probably abandon me completely, and I wouldn't blame you. And I miss Cookie. Love you, Cookie, says Dawn. Hi, Dawn, she says. He's happy now. And oh, yes, at the end of the month, I and some of the Historical Fencing Guild will be opening for the Gary Shakespeare Company at Twin Oaks Park. Nick, keep plugging that thing. Keep plugging it. That is fantastic. How cool. And the delightful Bachmans have arranged it. Joe and his lady are wonderful, and that is so cool. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. Hey, I saw something over the weekend, though. This is something fun. I'm a big fan of Hot Ones, the show with Sean Evans on the First We Feast channel on YouTube. And the premise is that a celebrity is brought in, and Sean is an incredible interviewer, even without the gimmick. He is one of the greatest interviewers. He's the best interviewer right now, bar none. Forget your Bravos and all that people. Forget Ryan Seacrest. Forget that. Sean is the man. He does his research and he gets some really challenging questions from celebrities. But the Hot Ones, the premise is that the celebrity and Sean are sat down with 10 chicken wings, each one dipped in a progressively hotter wing sauce until the Scoville units cannot be measured by science. And it burns a hole through the thing, and there's like bunches of chicken wings now melting their way into the earth, and we're all going to die. But anyway, the celebrity and Sean eat the wings, and then the celebrity has to answer questions, and the reactions are hilarious. I just saw the recent one with a gentleman who used to be a Saturday Night Live a regular, and he's done some great comedy specials on his own. But check that out. That's a lot of fun. But But anyway, this one Shakespeare group that was called the Unfunny Shakespeare Group. Every minute or two, they were to perform a scene from Shakespeare, and then a bell would ring, and all the actors on stage had to eat a hot wing. And things were breaking down with hilarious results. So anyway, and set that bell to all notifications to Brian. Yes, please do. That way you can be notified, even if it's just a few minutes early, that I'm going to be on the air. And sometimes we will do some scheduled stuff because Clever Title Pending is nipping at my heels once more. And nice, Nick. And it is something I have been training for some time. That ought to be so much fun, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And well, folks, it's been fun, but I need to be over to Nevermind this furthermore to see that super duper introduction. Oh my God. Man, that's a honey of an introduction, too. That is beautiful. Man, I'm envious of Nick for having that introduction. It's a glorious one. And the announcer, holy cats, he makes me sound like Minnie Mouse on helium. I'm telling you. Great, Carl. Thank you for being here. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you, man. And Barrett and Graham Norton. I'd have to say that I put the two almost neck and neck. You're right. Graham Norton is an incredible interviewer, and I think one of the funniest human beings on this planet. I think we exist so that he does. I agree with you. Graham Norton's one of my favorite interviewers too. He's got a radio show that I check out every now and then when I'm able. He has some good ones there too. And he's not afraid to shy. He doesn't shy away from sensitive areas. Like I heard one with him and Christopher Eccleston while Eccleston was still stinging over Doctor Who. So that was good. And wonder when BKM going to be on Hot Ones. Oh God. Oh, please don't pray I never get on there. I pray that I don't get on there. I don't know how I do. I will be honest. I'm pretty good up till about a 7 on there. The bomb would probably kill me. And I do have a slight ulcer. So I'd probably be visiting an ER right afterwards. If not, then the next day when all this stuff passes. This too shall pass, it says in the Bible. And yeah, it will. And I have, Joe, I have had 2 of the last stabs. The first 2 iterations of it. The first one, which was probably about in the upper 2 million Scoville range, was actually very flavorful, and I did enjoy it. But like it felt like the Canadian forest was in my sinus passages post flames. Then I had the second iteration. I think they're on their 5th or 6th now by now. But the second one, I took one bite, and all it was hurt. It just hurt my sinuses so bad. I could probably get through it, but my mother-in-law then would find out the versatility of my swearing at that point, and she would lose all respect for me, and I can't have that. But no, Joe, I'd rather see you on there. That would be. How far do you think you'd get, Joe? And most people don't watch British TV, Nick. That's their problem. They're missing out on a lot of good stuff. It's a lot less formulaic than American, I found. But then again, we get like the better stuff, like Doctor Who, which is the whole reason for British TV. But anyway, we are now at 48 minutes and 33 into the broadcast. Nick has got about 7 minutes in live time as you're watching this to get his show together and to be there. And definitely check out Nick Talker at Nevermind the Furthermore on Nicholas Talker channel on Facebook and on YouTube. Definitely. And I would get to the level 2. I don't do too well with spicy. Would you be the guy that actually beats DJ Khaled's terrible record? You know, the wimping out. You know, his is 3. He got to 3, and he said, "I got to do interviews today. I ain't going any further." And you could tell Sean wasn't having it. Sean kind of shamed him. If I recall correctly, Sean went through and ate all the rest of his wings just to show him up. And I suspect that DJ Khaled would not be invited back anytime soon. But anyway, I think I could get to a 6 or 7 comfortably, because that's what we've got around the house. Although we don't dip chicken wings in it, we were very careful with it. But on the other hand, I have had the hottest sauces. The bomb would probably kill me. But Sean, if you or your producers are watching, I'd give it a try. Anyway, something else you should try is never mind the furthermore. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, and the rerun broadcasts are every bit as delightful. Leave him a comment, as I urge you. If you're watching us on the rerun, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll give you a like or a love, just like we can on Facebook. And if you're watching us on Facebook, tell your neighbors. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We are inexplicably on the move again. And I will go as far as habanero pepper level is. Habaneros right now are probably about a 2 or a 3. So, yeah, it's funny because you get those little peppers from like Papa John's pizzas and everything, and I wouldn't touch them. I like the flavor in food, but I didn't like, I wouldn't eat them raw. Now I could. Now I'm eating like um uh I'm eating some of the spicier stuff like raw. So my palate has developed as my pain tolerance. And Don Dula says, "Have a great day, all." You too, Don. Don, we gotta have one of our chat sessions sometime soon. And I'm multitasking. BKM knows our audience leave no room for hesitation. That's right. Your audience and mine, we share the same fast reflexes. Check out Nick Tucker's, never mind the furthermore, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10. And we are going to cut it off here because we may want to go over there too and watch it ourselves. But anyway, folks, we want to say thank you for being here. And we want to say thank you to the people that keep us on the air, namely our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly. And if you want to check out what I do, what I will give you in exchange for your support of me and the Rising Tide, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, all lowercase, all one word. And I've got to work on my blog for tomorrow. We do a twice weekly blog called Every Blog Deserves a Name. And we are going to get back to putting in chapters of Volcana. Of that, you can be assured. We're making good progress. We're also keeping you apprised of our progress on our brand new novel and our brand new hardcover edition of Santa Sign, the 10th anniversary collection. So please check that out. And Cindy Kemp, we always got to let her in because we love her. I had a parrot, Johnny Be Good, the white-capped peonis, who ate jalapenos. That's it. That's what I eat, jalapenos. He ate the seeds first. Wow. Well, the thing is, I found out that birds don't register spice the way that we do because we had problems with squirrels eating our bird feed. And on the advice of YouTube, I mixed in some cayenne pepper, and they leave it alone now. So, but the birds still love it. But anyway, and we love you. Also, we love Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this program and all of our broadcasts because he is a great, great guy and a great, great talent. Check this award-winning cover out, available on Amazon and StormgatePress.com. He won an award for this, and he should have because it's a thing of beauty. Jeffrey Hayes has a variety of styles he can do your book in. He's going to be doing the one for the Terrors coming soon from my outfit. And he's crazy talented and great to work with. Check out his samples on Facebook. Then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com and ask about his indie creator-friendly pricing. You will be glad you did. He is a fantastic talent, a fantastic guy. And it's Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you because it definitely matters to your readers. And you guys matter to me. And I appreciate everyone showing up on this hazy Monday morning, and it looks like it's going to be high humidity, terrible weather, so stay inside. Please take care of yourself, and we'll probably see you next Monday too, all right? But as usual, you're just going to have to keep your eyes peeled because we're going to give you no warning, all right? Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you off and on social media, and as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome because that's exactly what you are. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll check in with you next week. No warning.
How dare you!